Chelsea approached PSG for Barcola, Jackson's price tag revealed, a Premier League team are interested in Rob Sanchez, and why Chelsea want Kolo Muani. This is your Chelsea transfer news for today, but starting with Bradley Barcola. According to L'Equipe, PSG have turned down approaches from Chelsea, Arsenal and Bayern Munich for Bradley Barcola, who wants to remain in Paris this summer. Barcola is a really tricky winger, right-footed, cuts in from the left, great at one-on-one take-ons, which is exactly what Enzo Maresca is after. Chelsea have been linked with Barcola previously, but ended up joining the PSG team. He has lost his place in the PSG start 11 with the addition of Kvaratskhelia, but did put up great numbers in the end, coming off the bench in almost every game and winning the Champions League. Not to mention he is French, so he's probably most settled in France. But it is good to see that Chelsea are linked with some really top talents, but it does look unlikely that Barcola will be leaving PSG this summer. Nico Jackson has been really frustrating recently, receiving another red card in a big game against Flamengo. There has been links with him potentially leaving. He was our starting striker when he was available last season, but did let us down a few times. Not to mention his bad finishing has let us down in numerous games over the last couple of years. Now we have signed a really good finisher in Liam Delap, who can only improve, as well as being linked to other striker targets like Voltamada, Ekitike and Kolo Muani, who is later on in this video. It's looking like Jackson could have his time up at Chelsea. Sky Sports claimed that he has been subject to a lot of interest this summer, with 3 Premier League clubs wanting to sign him, and clubs in Europe and Saudi Arabia are also interested. And further, Fabrizio Romano claims that Chelsea value Nico Jackson at between 55 million euros and 60 million euros, which would be a healthy profit, doubling our money. That money could be put towards a bigger striker, a more elite finisher, who's more reliable in front of goal and not to get red cards. Chelsea have been linked heavily with Maignan this summer, but there are so many contrasting reports whether Chelsea want to go back in for Maignan or keep Robert Sanchez, who has been not particularly convincing over the last couple of years, in goal for the next season. According to the Times though, West Ham are considering making a move for Chelsea's goalkeeper Robert Sanchez. This would reunite him with Graham Potter, his ex-Chelsea manager, his ex-Brighton manager, and if we were to sell Sanchez, I can't see Jurgensen being the first choice goalkeeper, so it would be a new goalkeeper joining Chelsea, and Maignan is there at a great price. He's a big leader, he'll be a big addition to this squad with experience. He wants to play for Chelsea, and it really would be a massive upgrade. Randal Kolo Muani has been linked to Chelsea in the past couple of days. He's an attacker that could fit anywhere along the front line, at striker, on the wing, or even potentially behind where Palmer plays. There's been a lot of reports linking Chelsea with a versatile attacker, with Ekitike, Kudus being mentioned. I think Ekitike is the first choice for many Chelsea fans and potentially the sporting directors, but his price tag is £85 million and no one in world football is willing to pay that. But if you look at Kolo Muani, who is 3 years older, he is another French attacker. He's versatile. They actually both played at Eintracht Frankfurt. That is where Kolo Muani joined PSG for 90 million euros from. And of course Ekitike plays there right now. He was really highly rated just a few years ago. He was playing for France's international team in the World Cup final, missing that famous chance. He fits the profile we're after really well. He's a bit more experienced and isn't on insane wages. 150k a week is affordable for Chelsea. However, like I mentioned, PSG paid 90 million euros for him just a few years ago and will be willing to, they'll want to recover some of that. He's not worth anywhere near that nowadays, but still would be after a decent amount. A potential loan with an option to buy like Jadon Sancho could be a smart move and a lot more financially intelligent. I'm personally not too bothered which versatile attacker we get. I would prefer Ekitike over the rest, but I don't want financial burdens to burden us in the future like we had with Romelu Lukaku. Let me know what you think about any of these stories in the comments below. I'll hopefully see you in this video on the screen now or in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye.